1 Samuel, chapter 1, verses 4 through 20. When the time came for Elkanah to sacrifice, he would give portions to Peninnah and her children, and a double portion to Hannah, for he loved Hannah, even though Yahweh made her childless. And because Yahweh closed Hannah's wound, her rival Peninnah constantly taunted her. As a result, Hannah grew gravely depressed. This went on for years. Every year they made the pilgrimage to Yahweh's tent of meeting. Peninnah taunted Hannah to tears. Hannah refused to eat. Elkanah, Hannah's husband, would ask, "Hannah, why do you cry, and why do you refuse to eat, to grieve? Am I not more to you than 10 children?" Hannah rose after a meal at Shiloh and presented herself to God. At the time, the priest Eli was sitting on a chair by the door of Yahweh's tent of meeting. Hannah, deeply distressed, wept greatly. She made this vow: "Yahweh, omnipotent, look with pity on your servant. Don't forsake me. Remember me. If you will give me a child, a male, I will dedicate you to him as a Nazirite. For all the days of his life, he will neither drink wine nor liquor, and no razor will ever touch his head." As Hannah kept praying to Yahweh, Eli noticed her lips. Hannah was praying silently. Her lips moved, but they made no sound. Seeing this, Eli decided she was drunk and said to her, "How long will you continue to remain in this drunken state? Sober up." Hannah replied, "Oh no, it isn't that. I am a woman with a broken heart. I have drunk neither wine nor liquor, but I have been pouring out my heart before Yahweh. Don't judge me as a terrible person. I am simply pouring out my feelings of anxiety, vexation, grief, and misery." Then Eli answered, "Go in peace. The God of Israel will grant the petition you have made." Hannah replied, "Let your servant find favor in your sight." Then she went to her quarters, ate and drank with her husband, and she was sad no longer. Early the next morning they arose and worshiped before Yahweh, and then returned to Ramah, their home. When Elkanah and Hannah made love, Yahweh remembered her. She conceived and gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel, for she said, "I have asked him of the Lord."
Our second Hebrew reading is a responsive reading. I will be one, and together we'll all be the many. Then Hannah prayed, "My heart delights in Yahweh. To Yahweh I lift my horn high. I gloat over my foes. Holy One, I rejoice in your deliverance. There is no one holier than you, O Lord. No one is holier than the Lord. There is no rock like the Lord. All mortal bragging must cease. Boastful arrogance must come to an end. For the Lord is all-knowing and weighs all mortal deeds. The bows of warriors are broken, while those who stumble gain renewed strength. The pompous who had their fill now sell themselves for crusts of bread, while those who once were hungry are satisfied. Childless women bear 7 children, while mothers of many are forsaken. It is Yahweh who deals out both life and death. It is Yahweh who casts down to Sheol and raises up again. It is the Lord who makes both the poor and the wealthy. It is the Lord who both humbles and exalts. Yahweh lifts the weak from the refuse dump and raises the poor from the cesspool. to place them among the mighty. Yahweh promotes them to seats of honor. The foundations of the earth belong to God, and God sets the world upon them. Yahweh lights the ways of the just and delivers the evildoer to shadows. It is not by strength that the just prevail. It is Yahweh who brings freedom from foes. The Most High thunders against them in the skies. Yahweh measures the ends of the earth. Now Yahweh will endow the ruler with wisdom and exalt the head of the Anointed One.